1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's a motorcycle drive-by, baby dry congas. I think it's about time we headed home. Walking on this tie road with my damn high hopes. Country boys don't die alone. Reading poetry under shade trees. That woman, she's my baby.
At that point, we've made it.
These guys,
So, yeah.
get all kinds of
At that point, we made it. So
You guys owe us a lot of money, like
Right.
we don't have any.
yeah.
We don't have
We
Yeah.
don't have any. But
We don't have any.
Yeah,
That's the
fine.
thing. That's the thing. Like, we're not making money. So
Right.
you know what? I don't know what you think the advantage of would be if you get mad at us.
If you get sued, you know.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Anyways, we're live.
We are live.
Bet.
I have COVID. Just kidding.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
No, wait a
Great
minute,
start.
wait a
Great
minute.
start.
Great start.
Slab made by no, I'm just kidding. We are here with the Roman Carbajal band out of Dumas, Texas.
Yes, sir.
What's your name, man? Tell me
Yeah.
your name one more time.
I'm Stevie Flores.
Okay, and what are you with the band?
I am the rhythm guitarist.
Okay, we have one more here back here. What's your name, brother? Dathan.
Like
Nathan.
Nathan with a D.
I like it.
I do.
That's a good old American name, Dathan.
Yeah.
Well,
Nathan.
bro, and people, well, he'll meet people when we're playing, and like, I'm Roman.
It's always Nathan.
Yeah.
It's like Nathan. It's like no. I'm always like it's Nathan. with a D.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the show, they're like, Nathan, how you doing, bud?
Yeah, yeah.
To Nathan.
We are about an hour late.
The D is
So
silent.
it is what it is, though. We had a great time in the bar before we came in
Yeah,
here.
chilling.
It's packed in there already.
It is.
Dude, every time we come in here, we'll go to the bar first. And it's just us in there.
Is there a party going on? back
I don't
there?
know. So they had something back there, and
Balls, what he said.
I don't know, but Rory's here too, all dressed fancy. So they're doing something.
That's the owner, right?
That's the owner. She
Oh,
owns
okay, yeah.
she owns
Drunken Oyster.
Drunken Oyster, Savor, and
I saw the
Western
episode.
Horseman. Did you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah.
Welcome, brother.
Dude, we were having internet problems, so it's probably kind of hard to watch, but
I know.
Oh, yeah,
it was real
like
choppy.
halfway through?
Yeah, it was like real
Yeah,
choppy.
Really?
Yeah, everything looks great today, which is weird. Like I feel like
So let's break it down, Mr. Roman. How did this band come about? Are you guys high school friends?
Well, to be completely honest with you, am I good on the level? Do I need to get closer? Are we good?
get a little closer.
Okay. So, I guess essentially the way it all came out is I worked at this place, and my boss at the time was like, "Hey, I've got this event coming up." He was on this board. I think it was Moore County Chamber of Commerce, and they had this event that they were planning. It's called the Ears and Beers. And so
Shout
he
out
hits
Ears
me
and
up.
Beers,
Shout out
right.
Ears and Beers.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, we need some music. Can you do like 2 hours?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And so it was the funniest thing because my wife, she was like, "Hey, you've got that thing." It was September 11th. Was 4 years ago, 2019. 2019, right?
4 years ago, 2020.
2020. Yeah, 2020. My
COVID
bad.
year.
Terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
Double.
Yeah, it was
Double
bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
God damn. Bad luck. We're gonna go ahead and cut this.
But anyways, they planned it on September the 11th, and
Yeah.
they did a September 11th memorial deal. And so anyway, he's like, "Hey, you want to play a couple hours?" I'm like, "Cool." Well, my wife, like the night before, she was like, "Hey, have you prepared anything?" It was a couple days before. "Have you prepared anything?" I was like, "Nah, I'm just wing it." And she's like, "Well, do you have 2 hours of stuff to play?" And I'm like, we'll figure it out."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, like you got to get this all
Get a set list.
set list, right? Write me down all the songs and we'll go from there." So I sat down, Google how many songs do I need to fill a 2 hour gap.
How many songs?
Well, yeah,
was it?
what is that?
It's generally it's between 20 and 35 songs, 40 depending on how many breaks you take.
Depending on how much bullshit you can spit between
Exactly.
songs.
Yeah. You can bullshit a little bit in
Yeah,
between, But So I put down probably 40 songs. And so she's like, all right, cool. Unbeknownst to me, she goes to work and she ends up printing out all the lyrics to all these songs, putting them in a notebook, alphabetizing them, and putting them in a book for me. So the day of the show, she's like, here you go. Open it up. All right, cool. And so I just played. So the event goes through. Everything's cool. I play my 2 hours. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And play the 2 hours. And then the band that was supposed to go after me, or I think it was a duo, I can't remember, but it was just me. And played the 2 hours, got off stage, hanging out. The people from the event approached me and said, hey, can you do another 2 hours? This other band is not going to show up. I said, sure.
Damn.
So I played 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I ended up playing 4 hours, and
That's
I just
like
kind of,
mariachi shit right there.
Yeah.
just kind of a little bit of improvisation, you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I get off.
So what
stage.
did you do with the songs? Like, did you just wing it?
We
Yes.
don't run it back.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
It's
no,
the
no,
front
yeah.
this time.
Now we're
So, the good thing about a set list is you can anticipate, you know, stuff like that. So I ended up only doing maybe 25 to 30 songs. I had about 10 songs left over. And then there was a couple of songs I didn't have on the Nook. I could break out my phone and put it on the music stand and just kind of go about it that way.
Himself enough because you could probably tell him any song right now, and he could give him like
I'll
a
try.
minute.
I'll try.
He'll figure it out. He's like one of those guys that's just
When y'all
he can
played
figure out
here,
a song.
Yeah.
when y'all
So-
played here, you did, was it Buy You a Drink?
Yeah, buy you a
By
drink.
T-Pain?
Buy you a drink.
made it like
Buy you a
country?
sunshine.
buy you some sunshine.
Dude, that
So we
shit
do a
was
collab.
like,
We do a collab on this song, and it's "Ain't No Sunshine" and then "Buy You a Drink." It's just kind of a mixture of the two, but it blends. The way we like to look at it is it blends the old school with the new school.
Yeah.
You know, Bill Withers. You know, great interpreter of songs, songwriter, whatever you want to call him. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's just a good song. It's a song people can dance to, especially at the rhythm we put it in, because it's bro, we we try to take every song that we have and at least put our little spin on it if we can. There's certain songs you just can't change, like Straits, you know, I ain't here for here for a good time.
Yeah.
There's just certain songs you can't change, but
I'm good with it.
but those you can kind of fool around with. So anyway, back to the story. 4 hours go by, and my drummer is
Who wasn't the
He
drummer at the time?
who
He
wasn't the
just
drummer at the time.
happened to be there.
He was there, and he pulls me aside. And so to go back to what you were saying, myself, the drummer, and the bassist, we all played together back in high school for many years. I mean, I've been playing with those guys for collectively 13, 14 years, give or take. We did praise and worship music a long time ago. The bassist, my bassist, he was actually our lead singer.
Shout out Jesus.
Yeah, shout out Jesus. He's a
Yeah.
very
I feel like a
Dog.
lot of people start out with that. Yeah.
well, and Chris, my bass, he's actually my bass player. Chris, very charismatic dude. I mean, he's the type of guy when he really sets himself to something, he can get people involved.
Shout out, Chris.
Shout out Chris, Mr. Chris Porce, wherever you at.
Wherever you are.
Where are
Wherever
you?
you are.
However you are.
Come as you are, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Aaron hits me up, my drummer, and he was just there attending and stuff. And I think he might have been working, I don't remember, but
Probably.
he pulls me aside and he's like, "Hey, if you need a cajon player, let's get it in." And so, like a week after that, I hit him up and I'm like, "Hey, let's put something together. I've got another gig for Dumas from Dumas, Texas, and shout out Dumas, Texas, and everybody there. Very good support system. It's very, very. I feel the love when we're in Dumas.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime we play in Dumas, play all places over
Opposite of
And I'll-
Amarillo.
and I'll
Amarillo hates us. It seems like.
and I'll shout out a
Kind of
couple.
awesome.
Shout out a
Like the
couple.
villain.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
we can Amarillo does have like a weird
Yes.
scene.
Yeah,
talk
dude,
about
like,
period.
nobody has like any
Period.
love for
Animal.
yeah. Nobody.
Too many big fish in a pond.
Yeah.
Too many Indians think they're cheese.
Or
What are
they
you
think they're big fish.
gonna-
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Calm down there. Calm down.
Right?
We're just
No,
getting
you tell
started.
Cut me off, man. Cut me off.
Yeah.
Tell them what time it is. Pull out that watch. You
He's
tell
like,
them
no,
what
shut
time
the
it is."
fuck up and let me tell my
I'm
story.
gonna stop talking. I'm gonna stop talking. Go ahead, man.
Where am I at? Where was I in the story? I'm
You're,
lost
Aaron's about to join.
Okay,
Yeah, the
so-
drummer.
now. Dumas went through this time where they were trying to revitalize the downtown area. I'm friends with a lot of people. It's called the Dumas Downtown Association.
Mhm.
friends with a couple people on the board, and they were like, "Hey, we're doing these events. We're gonna have." It was called a sip and shop. So essentially, local businesses would line up. They put up puestecitos, little shops, and in the alley of the brewery, because it's kind of like there's a courthouse and there's a brewery, and then right behind the brewery there's a big alley area where it used to be nothing. It was just a parking lot. So what they did, I guess in a nutshell, was they took that area, used it to their advantage, and they put a shit ton of shops and local businesses that came out just sell their stuff. And then they were able to have people sell alcohol, or actually I think they gave it away.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was
I
legit,
guess
dude.
they
I mean,
couldn't sell it, so
they couldn't sell it at the
give it
time, so
away.
they just give it away.
Yeah.
Which is
Everybody's
cool.
blacked out at Ford.
Yeah.
During the day.
That did.
No, so you're exactly right.
Yeah,
It started-
Yeah, buddy.
130 degrees. Everyone's blacked out.
So, so effectively,
I
it
drink with
started.
Budweiser, buddy.
It started at 4 p.m. and I believe it ended at 8 or 9. So I hit him up. We practiced a couple songs, and then essentially we just kind of put the band together. We had speakers that friends had helped us like borrow.
Yeah.
And so we kind of set it up. I hooked everything up. And does that sound good? Yep, sounds great. All right, cool. Let's do it. And that was the start of the Roman Carbajal Band. I believe it was October 21st was our first actual show of 2020.
How'd you get in here at the Western Horseman?
Bro, I'll get to that.
Okay.
I get to that because
Yeah.
let me tell you, there's like he was talking about, Amarillo has this thing. And so I got him. We did a lot of shows, me and him, this place called the Topple Turtle. Now, shout out Topple Turtle because JL and Ashley Wiswell, very great people. They hold a special place in my heart because they started their business in the heat of what was probably the worst time in America and the worst time in the world because it was COVID epidemic, the outbreak. People were shutting down businesses, and they had the faith and were like, "Hey, we're going to start this business and just see what happens."
Just did it. Yeah.
So we had set up to do their opening, I believe it was in 2021. I may be wrong, but their opening was set to be in 2021, I believe, January. And the week of the opening, I came down with COVID for the first time. I was back and you had to take 2 weeks off of work.
Yeah,
You couldn't go anywhere. It was terrible.
Yeah.
No, dude, I hated
Off
it.
of work,
Bro,
and you got paid.
Dude, 2 weeks. No, I can't remember if I got paid or not.
You did.
You did.
You
Which
did.
is bullshit,
Oh, yeah.
dude, because I didn't get it until you only got like 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a personal story, but
So anyway,
Shouldn't be so healthy, bro.
so
Go lick some more doorknobs, dude. Don't know what to tell you.
well, which is freaking crazy because I work for I've done wastewater and water in the industry for the last we're working on 13 years now. So I have a good immune system. So the fact that I got COVID was in itself a mystery.
Yep.
But also on the other side of that, I didn't get it that bad. I mean, I didn't even know I had it. I think the one that we figured out had it was my wife. And so when I had it, it was a breeze. I mean, I was just chilling. But man,
Fucking wife, bro.
but no, bro, but 2 weeks without seeing my mama, I don't know, man. I love my mama's cooking.
Yeah.
I love my grandma's cooking. I didn't want to get my grandparents
You
sick.
just won over every woman who's watching.
Bro, hey,
Yeah.
mamas are king.
There's
Mamas,
there's
One for
three.
my mom.
One, yeah.
mamas are
That's
queen,
another
bro. That is.
bro, that shit makes me. Mom would literally like, when I did get it, my mom would bring food, leave it on the porch, and then call me. Your food's on the porch.
Yeah.
And she would sit there and wait until I came out in the front door and grabbed it.
Tim's, I think we're drinking Tito's at the time.
Mm.
Left
Yeah.
like half gallons of Tito's on the front.
Yeah,
How
buddy.
well?
Yeah, buddy.
So and that was the scariest time too, is because me and my wife had a conversation, and that's like, okay,
It was like serious then.
yes, it was.
Yeah,
very-
it was like if
it's
you
kind
get
of a big
COVID, you're
deal.
probably
Joking
gonna
now,
die.
But like,
Exactly.
a little
Joking
scared
now.
back then, yeah.
Yeah.
And I told me and my wife had a conversation. It's like, well, if it gets really bad, and I'm like, if I'm bad, you know where the gun's at. So like, just take care of me,
Good
dude.
night.
Like, all
hell?
joking aside,
Oh,
it's just
okay.
all
Yeah.
joking aside, but really,
You're
honestly,
from Dumas, so I didn't know.
all joking aside, the thing I was just more scared of
Right
was-
here, babe.
Yeah.
The thing I was the thing I was most scared of was being just so deathly ill. And
Yeah.
I just hated living.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
But it was so unknown back then.
The same
You
with
didn't
me.
know.
Yeah.
It was the same
you
with
didn't
me.
know if this was actually that serious. Which when I got it, you know, like 4 days in, dude, I was like, we're straight. Like, and my grandma, God bless her soul, man. I love that lady,
Mhm.
you know, and she's just so funny because she's just like, I don't believe it. It's not real. And like, you know, like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Bro, that is
And so I would
such
be
an
like-
old Mexican lady thing.
yes,
My mom
but,
does the same thing.
but
Old Mexican lady thing or a middle-aged white man thing? Because I feel
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I feel
No,
like,
it's
yeah, because I feel like all the Republicans
Yeah,
were
dude.
like, that's bullshit.
well, and my grandparents, you know, they're both very staunch conservatives.
That's good.
yeah,
They're huge Trump fans. And
are you?
I am, yeah. I mean, I'm not
Us
the
too.
greatest Trump fan in
Yeah,
the world,
yeah.
but I mean, you know, he says some stuff that I'm just like, but hey, bro,
Yeah,
he's a businessman. That's where I'm gonna leave it at.
Yeah.
He's
We'll
a
be
good
right-
business.
We'll be right back.
yeah. We'll be right back. Never mind.
No,
We'll keep it right here. We'll keep it right here.
We just got demonetized.
Yeah.
Hey man,
No.
what is? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, dude. So I've told the story before, but when I got COVID, I was sick for like 3 days,
Yeah.
and I was still going to work,
Mhm.
and I was working with the paving crew, and I was like, once I figured out like
Dalhart,
I have
right?
COVID, yeah. Once I figured that out, I was like, if I say anything, they're gonna shut this whole
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
job down,
dude.
the whole job down. So I never said
That's
anything. I just
25
stayed.
Mexicans out of work.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Is there a
And I-
statute of limitations?
Yeah. The good thing is I didn't get anyone sick. No one died.
There you go.
If someone would have died, I probably would have felt really bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't say anything. And I remember I was going home for the weekend, and my girl was making tacos, and I fucking couldn't wait to get there. And I pull up, go in the house, and I'm like, I don't smell.
Oh,
Anything.
man.
That's what I'm talking
So
about.
then I sit down to eat, don't taste anything.
Oh man.
And I looked at her and I go, I have COVID.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And I'm like, no, like I don't taste this. I don't smell anything.
And she's like, échale sal, amor.
No, she was white.
Squeeze-
She was white.
squeeze the
Yeah.
lime on
Put some
it.
salt on it, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's white. She didn't put salt.
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Just sour, just a shitload of sour cream.
I love how he goes, she was white.
Yeah, she was.
Still white,
Yeah.
bro. What the hell?
Yeah, she's still white.
Eee.
Ah.
You're right about the little.
A little bit.
You're right about
A
the
little
little.
bit,
Yeah.
Extra teeny.
Man.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So back to the topple turtle.
Yeah.
So I had COVID that week, and we were supposed to set up to do their opening. They had seen me play at Ears and Beers, and then they had seen me and Aaron set up and play at the Sipping Shop, and they're like, "We want you guys to do our grand opening."
Mhm.
And so I was like, "Great," And I hit them up that week, and I was like, "Hey guys, I got COVID. Find somebody else to do it." And and these people, man, they're great people. They're like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. We'll push it a week." And I was like, ever since then, I was like, these people are with us. Like, they know what's up.
Yeah.
Would have never asked them to do it. Just out of the kindness of their hearts, they were like, let's,
That's
we'll,
all right.
we'll
Yeah.
wait for you guys. And I'm always eternally thankful to them because in a way, they kind of give us the break. They play their spot so many times that these guys, and I've been doing music forever.
Mhm.
And I've never had stage fright. I've played for 8 people. I've played for 300 people.
Yep.
I've played for, and not with this band, but with my grandpa's band when I first started playing. And we've played for 1,000.
Damn.
Never had stage fright, but
What was your grandpa's man's name?
my grandpa, he had a band called Los Herederos del Reino, and Mexican Norteño band.
Mhm.
And so the way
Do you
that
do
all,
any Spanish?
I do,
music?
yeah. I've dabbled.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I played drums for them ever since I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
And we
He's from
continue.
Dumas. Come on. now.
Yeah.
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 So I played drums. My uncle played drums for my grandpa
Mhm.
since I can remember. And then I remember, well, I don't remember this, but the way the story's told to me is that at a very young age, about 3 years old, I was kind of showing interest in the drums. I'd go and mess with them. So my uncle sat me on his lap, and he would play everything else, and I would just play the hi-hats. And then a couple months
My
later,
uncle's lap, it went a lot different. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
and so I played the hi-hats. Then like a month or two later,
Yeah.
I was playing the hi-hats and the snare. And then about a year and a half later, I was playing the kit by myself. You couldn't see me over the kit.
Yeah.
It would just be, you would just hear noise. And I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell is that?
Like, oh, he's playing with it with his wiener.
And I, yeah. and I ended up playing for, I mean, pretty much till I was out of high school. Anytime my grandpa was like, hey, we got a show. I'm like, all right, cool. And we just travel, you know. And
That's
we
badass.
went. And my grandpa inspired me in the music as far as my grandpa, before he came to America, he played in buses, bars, and stuff like that in Mexico. And when he came to America, you know, he's a very knowledgeable man about the Bible. He's a very savvy businessman, a very godly man. And his whole intention behind playing music was like, well, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a this, I'm not a that, but I am a musician. So God's tasked me with the Great Commission. So I will spread it in this way, which was music.
Mm-hmm.
And he now, as an adult looking back, he's always told me like, hey, you know, like when we would go to these times, they didn't have to pay.
Yeah.
He's like, but God's blessed us enough that I could go. And if they paid us, that's our work, you know?
Yeah.
And so they were enough to be able to do that and play for people that could or couldn't pay, you know?
Right.
And so when it came to having the band, you know, they'd be like, what do you charge? And I'm like, like $100 and free beer. Like,
yeah.
And in the beginning, it was just to get our name out, which is why I think is a big part. I wouldn't say that we're very successful, but people dig us, they enjoy us, they have us back a lot, which seems to tell me that we're doing something right.
Yeah.
And so,
are you coming back here?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I talked to the management here and talking to Chad and Jody and all them. They're like, hey man, you know, they want y'all to come back. And I'm like, dude, we'll come back. We love this place. Western Horseman. We love this place. It's probably one of the funnest places to play.
Good time.
And
Dude, next time you got to sing a Spanish song and watch all the white people.
I think we
freak
did.
we
the
did.
fuck out.
We do
We
every
did
time.
this
We
last
do.
time.
Do you?
Yeah. We sing Tragos.
I was a little lit that
every
night.
show.
I was a little lit that night.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But no, so I mean, I've got a very huge musical background, and man, I've done everything from norteño to metal. My mom knows I can't be lying about this. I was in metal bands all through high school, all through junior high.
Yeah.
I've done everything as far as lead guitar, rhythm guitar, drummer, vocalist, bassist, metal vocalist, screaming. You know,
Yeah.
I was big into rocker, and the funniest part that now we do country is I didn't start really diving into country until this band was made, because it's what people like. And then, man, I just started falling in love with the genre. I mean, you've got the greats, George Strait, George Jones, Waylon, Merle, you know, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. One of my grandpa's favorite songs is Ghost Riders in the Sky by Johnny Cash.
He lives in all the younger people.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan
Come
Wallen.
on.
I'm not a big
I'm
Morgan
kidding, I'm
Wallen
kidding.
fan. I do listen to a lot of I do listen to a lot of
Michael loves Morgan.
Dude, I
It's
don't like
nothing
new
personal.
country.
It
I don't
really
like
ain't.
radio country, but there's something about Morgan Wallen, man. That
I'm
guy
so
doesn't
fucking
fucking
cute.
miss.
Like Taylor Swift.
I can't do it, bro.
He is.
They can't make a non-catchy song.
Yes. No,
Everything
Yeah, that's
they
what
got
it is.
he's
catchy
super
as shit.
catchy. He really
songs
is
are
super
catchy.
catchy.
Yeah, that's all it is.
They broke the songwriting code
Yes.
somehow.
What about the song that leaked with him on TikTok?
Which one was that?
Oh yeah.
Talk about the last
if you wanna
album or
put the
whatever?
Put the whiskey away. It's
Yeah,
My fault.
like I'm the problem,
I'm the problem.
or you think I'm the problem, but maybe it should have.
I'm
Maybe
not
it
sure
was
I've heard
you.
that one.
Look that up.
I don't know. Yeah, look that up. Morgan Wallen.
Because I did see like some post where he put something about like, hey, these guys are about to release a bunch of songs.
Oh,
All
yeah,
of them
I've
are
seen
shit,
Yeah.
except for like one.
Yeah, because he made them like 14 years ago or some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And he was like trying to get him
Well,
to
there's
not
a-
release them.
Yeah.
And he released one himself, and then the rest of them were just.
There's
I guess
a Morgan
garbage. I haven't
Wallen
heard of
leak
it.
or something like
Way that
See what you find.
music like that is put out, because you look at Oliver Anthony.
Shit is good.
Yeah, it's good.
You look at Oliver Anthony and the success he's had, and just how humble he is, and the fact that
You're a fan of
yeah, I mean, I've been selling my soul.
Can you sing that
all
one?
day. Probably. I don't have a capo, but I might.
By the end of the night, we're
Yeah,
gonna
we'll do
figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll do it. But no, this Happy Dad's pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I've never had it. And, you know, he's diabetic as well.
Uh-huh.
It's all that
No,
gluten free, and it's got electrolytes.
That's the
Yeah.
only good one on
So
that
I'm
album,
supposed
I
to
think.
take a report back to my dad
Everything
and
else
say,
on
like,
that
hey, buy it or
album.
don't buy
Everything
it.
else
So-
had those I don't even know who the heck it is, but whoever else released it, like, I'm paraphrasing on that post. He said,
I
like,
guess.
all of these are garbage except for this one that he released himself.
Yeah, look up Morgan Wallen, I guess, and play that. It's only like 30 seconds that leaked. But
Are they really
like,
that bad?
but like the lyrics to it, it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like
Bro,
it's pretty
well,
fucking good.
especially
If you
'cause,
drink
like-
whiskey, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
don't
Well,
If the internet taught us
especially because you're
anything,
like Morgan Wallen now,
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna compare him to like 14 years
That's
ago.
it. That's it. Go ahead.
if
Go
the
ahead.
internet's taught
Yeah,
us
go ahead, play it.
anything
Go ahead.
about leaks,
Share the screen.
Drake
so
only needed like 11 seconds.
people can
You know, like, and the world blew up
Dude,
for like 2 seconds.
did
know
you
what I
see
mean?
it?
No, I didn't see it,
You're lying.
and I don't want to see it.
You're lying.
that?
Nah, bro.
Drake's
I've heard
Fucking
about it.
hog.
I've heard about it. I don't know. I'm good, bro.
Drake's fucking garden hose. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good night.
I'm
Ready?
just saying.
All right, all right.
Go
Listen,
ahead,
listen to the lyrics to this. It's pretty good.
It's like 50 seconds long.
It repeats.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
What I was saying about him and a guitar.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
It's
same way.
It's kind of hard to beat that.
It's the
honestly.
same way.
Yeah.
Zach Bryan.
Videos,
While he
videos,
was military.
Headed south.
Military, I mean, yeah, I think head.
Please
Headed
tell me you
south.
like Zach Bryan.
Yeah, I like
The
that.
first
Okay,
one.
I was about to say, well, if not, because we're not.
Like
cutting.
he was like,
You're gonna, you
not
guys
a,
good. Get in.
Yeah,
not
That's
a,
cool. I like that.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
you
No,
don't like Zach Bryan?
I do.
Oh.
I'm playing.
Dude, he's the fucking man.
He is the man, dude. I mean, and
I would say Zach Bryan's like the Drake of.
Yeah. And
No
like,
matter how
yeah,
many
dude,
haters
no,
are.
and
yeah.
like all his songs, like they're
Drake for
they're
me.
well written.
Drake for me
Yeah.
when I was a younger kid, dude. I was telling my wife the other day, 31,
Oh, okay. We're about to
and I was telling my wife, like, I remember I ever heard a Drake song. It was best I ever had.
yeah, it's the first song.
I was
everybody-
maybe
Yeah.
freshman in high school, and I was like, man, this is a good song.
Yeah.
Best I ever had.
Yeah.
Best. I mean, it
Oh,
was,
dude, I remember when I heard the unedited.
Yes.
Like, you're the fucking best. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Like, I didn't even know it was that bad.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Practice.
Calm down, Degrassi.
Yeah.
But no, it's just I think there's a beauty to be spoken about when it comes to putting out songs like that. Like him, you know, when we go to the studio, we've got such a small studio at my house that I'm like, we might as well just go. You know, like you got people like Zach Bryan, Wyatt Flores. They're just doing songs with cajon
Yeah.
and a little bit extra here and there, but like a violin and a steel guitar, an electric guitar, and all that's easy to do inside.
Yep.
But a drum set, I'm gonna have to, like, my wife's gonna be pissed because I'm gonna have to put a drum set in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and so I was telling him, I'm like, oh, because it sounds good as long as everything just meshes.
Yeah. Good flow.
It's gonna hit no matter what.
Yeah.
We put out some music, you know. We've got, you know, Cowboys and Dreamers.
Are you on Apple Music?
We are, yeah. Apple
Awesome.
Music,
Yeah,
Spotify.
I'll have to look you up.
All those, I mean, anywhere you can find music, we're all there.
Cool.
And so we got Cowboys and Dreamers, we got Who's the Fool, we've got rough cuts of Who's the Fool and Tumbleweed, and then the very
these-
first song
These are
that
songs that you wrote.
he wrote.
Oh, you're the writer.
He's
huh?
the writer.
Yeah.
He's very much the
Oh,
writer.
what's your name?
shit.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm decent at.
No. Okay, so before he, well,
I'm here, man.
no, well, before when he was himself, he said, I'm just a rhythm guitarist. No, this man's a songwriter. He's also. I am not because everything I write, every time I write something, everybody's like, "We've heard of that before." I'm like, "Where?" Like the first song I ever
They're
wrote.
like, that's George Strait, motherfucker. Like, that's not.
No, the first song I ever wrote, it was heading south, just slow. And I was like, "You're right," you know.
Yeah.
And I have an
But
innate.
that's not bad though. I mean,
No, but it was. But the thing was, is so now what I do, bro. Things I write, they're very depressing. Ask Stevie.
That's like
Very
that's
depressing.
probably where I would go to.
Yeah.
Those are easy to write. Like I got a pretty good life going on, but seems like all I can.
Yeah, belt
All I
out
can.
shit.
It's
Yeah.
like Ryan Bingham. Like, oh, shit's just.
I can't listen to
Yeah,
Ryan
okay,
Bingham, bro.
yeah.
No?
I can't. No, because he makes me want to clear my throat. He really does.
Yeah.
Like
He
I
has
was,
a few songs that I fuck.
It was a minute down
Yeah.
the corner.
Yeah.
Thought I ran into a bridge, and I'm like, please,
Yeah,
sir.
he does have a
clear
frog
your
in
throat.
Well, I think
Sure.
my one with Ryan is, he's in New Mexico. He's out of New Mexico.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Clovis.
No,
Clovis?
No.
Ryan
No.
Bingham. I think it's Lau or Bingham from.
Worked at the 4-6 in
Really?
real life. Yeah.
I think I heard that.
Ryan Bingham. I want to say, is he?
He was a ranch boy whole life. You know what's crazy is you listen to Culture Wall.
Well,
That motherfucker like works on a ranch
yeah.
Then
yeah,
To this
shit.
day, yeah.
now, and like
Dude, that
Oh, yeah,
guy.
he is.
people will try to like book him, and they'll be like, "Well, when he's done working,
Scout?
Yes.
you can book him." And like, what the fuck? Like people are begging
I think
you.
I heard something more or less like he even
No,
Ryan.
Ryan
Bingham.
Bingham.
Yeah, Ryan.
like he
Bingham.
even did that with
ING HAM.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
They
yeah,
turned down
yeah,
he's on the
Rogan.
farm right now. and he's just like,
Bingham. There you go.
all right.
yeah.
That's
it's
cool, man.
crazy, dude. How do you turn
All right.
like when, especially
Yes,
like
dude.
with Culture Wall, like he's still,
But
Well, you
he's
don't
still
care
on the
about that
come up.
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know, like
But you know who didn't turn him down?
Oliver
Fucking
Anthony.
Oliver Anthony.
Yeah, dude.
The motherfucker who didn't care about fame
Hey, man,
jumped on bitch.
bro, you want to
quick.
see this guy? He's
Not a fan.
when I first heard that song.
No.
I mean,
I like that one song.
When I first heard that song, I was like, man, this is cheesy. It was just like it was like just
It's an Aldean song. Yeah.
yes. I was like,
Yeah.
listen, I like Jason
Try that in a
Aldean,
small town. I do too.
but Try That in a Small Town was so terribly written.
Oh, dude.
Horrible.
So
Couple
bad.
of jacking up a bar,
Yeah.
robbing
And
the
then-
gas
and then the funny
station.
thing-
Try that.
Yeah,
like,
the funny thing is they're like, we're not.
Yeah,
Like, what are you
right.
talking
Yeah.
Like,
but it's like no, and the bad about that is like that's what it's interpreted. Okay, you
Yeah.
interpret it how you want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand the sentiment. Like, okay, yeah, the people are doing. Try that in Borger, Texas. Try that in Dumas,
Right,
Texas.
yeah,
It's not gonna.
yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, well, I mean, as far as it was like this could have,
Yeah.
it could have been written better. It could have, and Jason Aldean's a great singer.
I love them.
One of
Yeah,
my
I think
favorite
he's one of
songs
my
is "Fly Over Town." Met a
Yeah.
girl from
I
Amarillo.
don't have your voice,
Bro, perfect.
Yeah.
Love that
And
song.
then he kept
Same.
going on.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna back out of this one.
Yeah. dude.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, how many minutes are we in? Bet I can pee now.
All right.
bet. Dathan, you're up.
Just waiting.
You're up.
Dathan,
Yeah.
everybody give it up for Mr. Dathan McCorder, our stage. Hey.
I know what you're thinking. Damn, he's bald. But he chooses to go that way.
Sometimes, partially.
Remember the rules,
Some
Dathan.
of it migrated down my back
How
But,
far?
all the way.
All the way.
His
But
ankles,
it'd
bro, they're
be
hairy.
Very thick around the sides. I call it the pastor haircut.
The preacher
Real thick
haircut.
around the sides and then real thin in the middle.
Dude, it's
I'm not
awesome.
doing that.
I told him just own it.
Shave
Just
all
own
off.
You
it.
gotta own it.
I'm not doing it. I own this. I will own this. Easy maintenance. Don't gotta pay for a haircut. Pay for razor blades. It's way cheaper. So.
And what do you do for the Roman?
Oh, I help him set up. I load and unload the van with the help of Stevie. I'm trying to learn as much as I can about the
Trying to
sound
keep my
stuff.
job up, bro.
Yeah, just hanging on. That's
people
what I
say
do.
I'll give you his
Hang on.
official. I'll give you his official.
People
job
say I'm
title.
security, but I think that's just mostly because I look intimidating.
You do.
These guys,
And
have
for the
never
most part,
really-
stay sober.
these guys have never really needed security.
Well, we're all pretty big dudes, bro. I mean,
Like I said, we have a
Not that
pretty
big.
big drummer who's trained pretty well, and then it's not going to be easy to take one of us down.
Right. And
Even
what,
Stevie.
Except
Stevie's
for
the
me.
smallest one on the band, which
For me.
is saying a lot.
veteran.
well,
Keep mine.
it's so y'all are getting this. Like this is weird. So you're sitting crazy high. You probably need to take some of the hydraulics out.
Dude, calm down, dude.
Not even.
I
dude.
know I'm short. I did
We're
this on purpose.
actually the same height. me and
He's
him.
sitting low. There we go.
Up a little bit. I was
I
trying
did
to-
this on purpose.
I was trying to highlight Stevie in the background.
See, I was dropped real high too, and I felt like the first 10 minutes I was looking like this, and so I had to drop her down. So where are you from? Let's get a little breakdown. Where are you from?
I originally grew up in Texaco, New Mexico.
Shout out
Which is,
Texaco.
if y'all don't know where it's at, it's a border town right next to Farwell, Texas. We're separated by railroad tracks.
So if you really want to know where it's at,
10 minutes
10 minutes east of
east of
Clovis.
Clovis.
You blink, you blow through.
So I
both
grew
towns.
up there, went to college for a little bit in Portales, found my way to Austin somehow. Didn't like it, too expensive. And
Yeah.
And girls,
It's
girls
I hear
with
it's
the hairy
gotten a little
legs
better,
and
but when I'm
armpit.
bad on both of those hairy armpits.
No, I said in Austin, that's one thing girls are bad about having.
no,
hairy
I don't
legs.
trust me.
Well, it's the bluest part of Texas.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful place to visit. Nothing against Austin, but I
Actually-
could not live there.
Actually, shout out Austin, Texas. I got a show there.
You guys are weird as shit, but shut
I'm
up.
sorry, not March 20th.
On the outskirts of Austin. I mean, it is in Austin.
Like
but
near Buda or nowhere near?
I lived in Austin.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
downtown Othorf, kind of close to.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't afford here working in Dalhart, and I have family in Dumas.
It's my cousin.
so-
Yeah, it's my cousin.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're cousins. I'd rather live in Dumas because I have family in Dumas. So I ended up in Dumas. He's asking, "You want to help me unload stuff and get free beer?" And I'm not much of a drinker, but I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it."
So you're more, no offense, of a roadie.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. There's no offense there.
Okay. Cool.
I'm a roadie. That's it.
Right.
And they call me stage. Like I said, I up stuff, and I'm trying to learn the thought about the music, like being called manager as much. But I'm trying to learn. I can help them out more.
Here's the reason why I call very music inclined people very. But this guy knows where we're at. Like unload shit, leaves it there. This guy hooks it up, gets it ready to go. All right, you guys are good to go, and we're out.
So
And
really can.
Yeah.
I mean,
Run and go get stuff. Run and go get it.
Water.
I have go for
good.
a
Yeah, no.
cousin, a friend,
Yeah.
a manager, whatever you need. I'll run to the gas
A
station.
confidant.
With a pack of cigarettes, whatever you need. You know.
If I'm real sad, we'll talk.
Yeah.
They haven't asked for that yet.
That
but I'm-
costs more. That costs more.
Gotta pay him double for it.
They don't. I told them y'all don't have to pay me, but sometimes it's okay. That lady of the night, it's a guaranteed paycheck.
Is it, so what's your normal job? You said you work.
I'm a general contractor. I'm a superintendent for a general contractor for Spy Technologies. So
out of Dumas, right?
yeah.
Okay. Shout out.
Shout out Spy Technologies. My dad never watching.
SPEYE, not SPY. SPEYE.
Para todas tus necesidades.
But yeah, so I'm a superintendent for them. So I manage jobs and stuff like that. So
Is it hard? You said you had multiple hats. Is juggling, I mean, a full-time job and a part-time job?
no, because my boss and the owner, who's his dad, is real understanding of, we haven't had to like go in the middle of the week anywhere. And if
Yeah.
I do, I'll do the right thing and take off. Hey, I need this day off and blah blah. And he's very understanding and very, very cooperative about stuff like that. And on the weekends, unless it's a huge emergency, I'd never have to go to work.
Right.
So, and that's happened maybe like once, and I had to go in for like an hour or something.
Okay.
So it's not, as long as I schedule it right and make sure.
So your uncle is daddy, right?
He's my cousin.
Because
All
it's
right.
very Mexican.
He,
Oh,
he
yeah.
grew up,
We're
he grew up
Mexican.
with my uncles. He grew up with them, so he's basically my uncle.
Right,
But
right.
if you legality, he's my.
So he knows TCB, taking care of business. That's not-
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So
Yeah.
so it hasn't been really that hard. There's been a couple times where I'm like, hey, I can't make it because I got to work and the gigs start. You got to leave at like 4:30 or something.
And don't tell me you're stage manager, roadie, gopher. Are you also the driver?
Yes.
Sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
I can be sometimes. Like these guys, their job is to have a good time.
Right,
My job is to make sure they
Entertain.
have a a good time safely. That's my job.
for sure.
So
Yeah.
I want them to have the
hey,
best
are
time.
you-
Sometimes,
You have a brother?
not a lot. Sometimes I have to say, all right, guys, let's take it back a little bit.
Yeah, but never mind.
When you miss a
Never mind.
couple things.
Oh, Peacock, you gotta let me fly.
Yeah. We're
And
peacocks.
it's not often. It's not often, but sometimes people buy them shots and shots and shots.
Oh, dude,
and
that's
you
the
can't-
worst.
You can't not. No. You're an entertainer. You got to take the shots. So I got to make sure that they're okay. Get home safe.
Right.
Everything gets back to where it needs to be. And I need them to have a good time. So
No,
if they're
and-
not having a good time, the music's not going to be good.
Right.
And the biggest part about, what he was saying, we all have jobs. I'm a blue collar worker, utility worker, and this guy owns his own business. He's got a lot of it on his shoulders.
My dad
Yeah. We all got jobs, man. We all have jobs.
Wait, what?
And
What'd you sneak in there?
My dad and I have a trucking company.
Oh. I thought you said my dad died.
no.
It's not just my company. It's my dad and I's company.
Yeah, but your dad's not in the band. So
No, I was like, yeah, Dead Club is Tiffany and my
Oh,
band.
no, man.
So I thought, yeah.
All right. Hey, R.I.P. guys. R.I.P.
Let me get
But,
your Let me get your
No, but the biggest thing is we
That's
all.
so funny. My dad died. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
My dad and I. Excuse me.
So,
Pardon me.
The biggest thing about that is we all understand we have jobs, and there's certain times we can make stuff work, and if it's far out enough in advance, I'll book something on Friday. But usually I like to keep Saturdays, Sundays open for shows.
Right.
Fridays are very, very big, depending on. I'm a supervisor. I can generally, as long as everything's going good, my bosses are pretty cool about everything, and they know what I do and everything, and they're very understanding about everything. And on the other side of that is we try to, we all know that at the end of the day, our first job, make sure our families are taken care of, make sure our jobs are done, and everything else. But this is, like I said, this is all for fun, man.
Right.
So when we play shows, that's extra. The fact that we get to do what we love to do, and we make a little money at it, it's
Right.
awesome. It's a blessing all in its own. And so first things foremost, like I tell all you guys too, make sure your job's taken care of, and then we go from there.
What else you got to say?
That's it, man. Just as long as these guys are having a good time, the music sounds good, I'm doing my job.
Cool, man.
And I enjoy it 100%. And I'm gonna keep doing it until they kick me out.
No, whatever.
He's like, Roman, pay me more.
That's what I told them. I'm doing this just to hang out, be with my buddies.
Yeah.
If you feel like throwing me something every once in a while,
Yeah.
awesome. But
And in all honesty, you do have the greatest gig out of it all. Because
it's nice. I don't have
there's
to.
there's no pressure.
There's no pressure.
I mean,
I have stage
And you
fright, so
say
I ain't got to get up
yeah,
there.
you say you don't drink really like that.
No, I don't drink that much, so I don't run up the bar tab, so they don't get mad at me for running out the
Yeah.
bar tab.
The funniest
Man.
part is you said that Michael was taking a wee wee. He said that sometimes I'm security because he looks like a badass, and I'm like, that's very true.
I am.
There it
I'm
is.
gonna get out of here.
Everybody, that was Dathan McCorder. Everybody.
David.
God damn.
No,
Wait,
but
we're missing before he moved too fast.
Yeah.
We got to get your background, brother.
yeah. Let's tell.
What all do you need?
Come on now.
How did you get in this thing?
Born and raised in Dumas. Right out of high school, went to
Dumas, Texas?
Yeah. There's
Dumas,
actually
Arkansas.
Dumas, Kentucky, I think.
Dumas, Arkansas. Remember
there
when
you go, there you go, Dumas,
Yeah,
Arkansas.
No, this motherfucker was going to Dumas, set up a hotel, gets to the hotel, and they're like, "We don't have a reservation for you."
No,
He set it up in Dumas,
Very
Arkansas.
true. Very true.
Yeah,
All right, Dumas, Texas. I got to
Yeah.
Yeah.
you gotta be
specify.
specific.
Right after
First and last. You never said it.
what's that?
First and last name?
Stevie Flores.
Flores. Okay.
That's the name.
I like it.
Stevie
Oh,
Flowers.
hell, I'm a Chavez with a Z, though. Anyway, go ahead.
Aren't all of
Is
them?
there
I'm
a,
just kidding.
is there a Chavez with an S?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like Spaniards, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Chavez.
You're the first person who ever said that. Other than
I seen. No, I don't mean to cut you off,
No, you're
but you were popping some Zins, huh?
Yeah, you want a Zenithy?
Yeah, let me get a little Barn Zen Noble,
Yeah, dude.
little Zen diesel.
Father, I have zinned against you.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's exotic,
Yeah,
baby.
okay.
Don't play with me.
little Zenachino.
Zenachino, yeah.
Okay, little rabbit hole. What's the big deal about those?
Well, try one,
I'm
brother.
good.
Fucking,
I'm good. I don't
you'll
want
figure it
to.
out
No,
really
bro, we
quick.
got to get him on a 3.
No.
This guy's a lightweight.
No thanks.
Oh,
No thanks.
Yeah, there's
That's
no
another
tobacco.
thing.
It's
And
not bad
so,
for you.
yeah, so the reason I'm doing it is I'm trying to quit tobacco,
Same.
and this just has the the bad stuff in it. So
So just quit.
stop.
You don't do tobacco, do you?
No.
So,
Oh, I
I'll
didn't think about
reiterate.
that.
So I'll reiterate. Add a little to his background.
That's
Straight out of high
that's
school,
not bad.
he went
Yeah.
into the army.
Marine did.
Marines.
Marines.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no
I was the
shit.
Marines,
Me
yeah.
and him thought about it.
No shit.
Yeah.
You were the almost.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I actually was a fake Marine. Check that out.
Oh yeah, he was. He
What?
patrolled-
Oh, stolen valor? Get out of here.
No. He
No,
patrolled-
ROTC?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
that
patrolled
guy.
our halls all 4 years.
There you
Oh,
go.
hell yeah.
Yes,
There you
sir.
go.
Well, you said Cap Rock, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Marines, baby.
Hoorah. Right? Oh, they're awesome. I love them. Ask them every day. Tiff won't give them to me, but whatever.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
You
go
gotta-
ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give
I'm
him the
sorry.
wedgie.
We
Right,
went way
no,
back.
Marine Corps 5 came back.
A changed
Started
man. A changed man.
started working with my dad with the trucking company, and then been there ever since. And then like 2 years ago, these guys were looking for I think they were looking for a lead guitarist, but I kind of just I hit him up front like, bro, I can't play lead.
Well,
but
no,
I can play rhythm.
Somebody tagged you.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody put out a
Aaron
Facebook.
probably. I'd been talking to Aaron a little bit of like,
Six Toes, who it was.
okay,
Yeah. So I put out a Facebook post like, hey, we're looking for another guitarist, add to the team, yada, yada, yada. One of our mutual friends tagged him, was like, hey, go for it. And I was like, man, people around town, like, yo. So I hit him up and he came over and watched us practice a couple times. And then he brought his guitar and I'm like, all right, bro, here's how I set him up with an iPad, or his iPad, everything. He got logged on. I showed set list with him. He all dialed it in and
And then what happened, Stevie?
yeah, like 2 years ago, started playing with him, and then I guess the rest is history. Just kind of been playing from there, and maybe about a year ago we started. I guess putting our own original music out, and none of us really had any like original stuff out, but I've been I guess you could say I've been writing stuff for 10 years, but
How old are
man,
you,
it's
Stevie?
I'm 35.
Okay.
But like when I first started writing, when I first started writing, it felt like it was just like really generic, really lame poetry. Roses are red type stuff.
That high school girlfriend broke
Yeah.
your heart.
I still have like notebook, and the
Fuck
crazy,
Jasmine, bro.
the crazy thing is,
Melissa broke my fucking heart.
I was
I'm about to fucking...
I was married. It's fine. I was happy.
Yeah.
was or
it
were or
seems-
still are.
I'm still married.
I am.
Still married. He's
I
still
was-
married.
I was married back then. Still am.
Yeah.
Like I was.
Still unhappy. Say it.
Yeah, still unhappy. Shout out my wife. I love you.
And they're expecting also.
Yeah.
You're expecting.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
This guy,
Boy.
bro. Look at the draw. First set of babies, twins.
Twin boys.
So bam.
I don't know. You think that's luck?
Yeah, dude. He got it all.
I would say so because it's all I know.
That's true.
it can't get any worse.
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
it's like
true.
to have
Unless
one
the
kid.
next set is like
any worse.
unless the next set's like quadruplets or something.
Actually, that
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
my wife said of like this is all we know. Like
Yeah.
It can't
So
get
good or
one's gonna
bad.
be a cakewalk.
I don't know what it's like to have one kid. I just know these two little dudes.
Well, and I don't say worse in the sense that having kids is terrible. I say worse because it's like, bro, take it.
No, I'll be honest. That shit's hard. That has to be the hardest shit I've
Yeah,
ever
it
done.
sucks.
Yeah.
Military, whatever the hell you want to throw at me, fatherhood, parenthood, has to be the hardest shit.
Because it changes you
Dude.
as a person.
It
Dude.
It really does.
Hardest shit. Sorry, another tangent.
No, you're good. So, military background. Where all did you get to travel when you went to Marine Corps? And thank you
I was-
for your service.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Didn't do much, but no need for the thank you. No need for the thank you.
No, I didn't. You didn't thank me, so that's why
I still.
I'm just.
I
For your
Thank you for your junior high service, sir.
I mean,
I said I did ROTC all through high school. It's the best 6 years of my life.
For monitoring those hallways.
no, you're welcome.
And he kept us safe at Cap Rock High. Dude.
Hey, he did it for 6 years, dude. Come on.
6.
4.
High school, best 8 years of my life.
Well, actually, in 8th grade, I wanted to do it, so technically, it's 5.
So you can count that one.
Yeah, you can count that one.
Now,
I really
8th grade
wanted
stolen
to-
valor.
Yeah,
That's the
8th
stolen
grade
valor
stolen
part.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. No, but no, you're traveling with the Marine Corps. Where did you get to go?
Yeah, I was pretty much in California the whole time. Most of 2010, I was in Afghanistan.
Oh, no.
Nothing. I wish I had cool. Actually, I don't wish I had cool war stories because
Yeah, I was about to say.
that's a weird,
No,
fortunate, unfortunate position to be
For
in.
sure,
but
for sure.
yeah, it was mostly like I did my job. That was pretty much it.
for sure.
Did my job for 5 years and I got out.
So Afghanistan, California, anywhere else?
Florida for a little bit for school, but that was about it, man. It was
feel
only
like
it was a
everybody
short
says
enlistment,
Japan.
5 years.
I feel like everybody spends a little time in Japan at some point in the military.
I was going to go to Japan, but then I was getting married.
Mm,
So
saved
they put somebody else in there. I went and got married, and then like once I got back, after getting married and all that stuff, we were like in California for another year,
Mhm.
and then shipped off to Afghanistan and stuff.
That wasn't spooky at all. I had to go that route.
Yeah, I know. Like, were you nervous or
Definitely nervous,
Yeah.
just because it's like
it's fucking
on the other side of the
Afghanistan.
world, and you're like,
Well, yeah.
all right, what the fuck? And like for everybody else that's like been there before, it's like all nonchalant and stuff,
Uh-huh.
and you're just like, well, this is the first time what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
I think the only like big scare I had was like indirect fire.
Okay.
Was like when somebody would get close enough to the base
Right.
and they get lucky and it hits the base,
And then
and
the
like
alarms
it's
go
just
off.
roulette, you know. It's just
Mhm.
if you happen to be that unlucky fucking dude, that everybody else has to go to the bunker and like they count and make sure everybody's accounted for and all that shit. And like,
I have to ask, you're from the Panhandle, you know, Dumas ain't too far from Amarillo, so the weather is about the same. You know, it's hot as fuck here, and it's cold.
I'm
as
sure it's
fuck here.
way hot.
When
out there.
in Afghanistan and in the sand dunes, is it the same or is it way different?
when I
'Cause we're
got
dry
there,
heat.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When I got there, I left in January. Got there and like at night everything would freeze. So if there was like a puddle on the floor,
Right.
it would freeze. But I was there till like end of September, kind of early October, and like the summer, dude. I think that's the hottest it's ever been for me. It got up to 138 degrees.
Holy cow.
I had an aunt and uncle that were in the army, and they were in both Iraq and Afghanistan, and they said in the shade you're looking at like 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude.
That 138, I got a picture like just standing next to like a thermometer.
Uh-huh.
It was 138 because I was like, I'm never gonna be in this fucking type of heat again.
Is it
But-
heat, I imagine?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
fucking
And then like
blow
I remember
dryer.
one night there was a dust storm and it was good night. Like we have dust storms here, don't get me wrong, but like that one is like no
It's
shit,
all
like
sand around
no
there.
shit,
Yeah.
like think of like it's all plains here, so you can see
Haboob.
for miles.
They call it a haboob.
You can
here.
see, okay, you can see for miles, but like think of like you can see for miles, but all you see is dust,
A
like
cloud.
left to right.
wall.
All you see is the wall of dust, and it's like, all right, you're not getting out of this one. You're just
Yeah.
gonna. We called it a sugar cookie, just because like you get in like if you happen to be the poor son of a bitch out there that to be outside during the sandstorm, like they just get covered in sand, like a sugar cookie. You're just covered in sand. They'd walk in. They look like a no shit sugar cookie. They just got sand
I feel
all
like that's
over
what you'd
them.
call.
Well, do you
a gay
remember? Do you remember the?
More like a cinnamon cookie. But
guy. For a gay guy?
No,
what?
no.
I'm saying they call them sugar, but
He
I
didn't
like
hear
how you
my-
guys would have one and the other
This is
one.
why we should wear headphones. You didn't hear my first joke.
Do you remember
no, I
the?
did hear your first joke.
Oh, okay. You just didn't think it was funny. Okay.
Yes, I heard your
Go ahead.
first joke.
Go ahead.
Remember the
I did.
advertisements for joining the military about 9/11 era, kind of after all that stuff happened.
Mine was before. Like that's what got me was slaying the fucking dragon
But like there was
in the Marine Corps.
remember it was I Stand Alone,
Oh,
and it was great song.
full of ice. No.
But it was the wall of like dust coming, right? The wall of dust, and then and then as soon as the beat drops, Humvees, and I was like, man, I want to join the military so bad. That's all as far as
That kind of stuff's cool.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was
No,
like,
me and
I'd like
him,
to be in that
we got
Humvee.
pretty deep. We were fully function. Yeah.
Oh
Staff Sergeant, just a sergeant.
Oh,
there you go.
No,
That'll do it.
God
That'll do it.
Damn, dude. Staff Sergeant Creedon.
Creed
Creedon.
in. Yeah, he just got promoted to staff sergeant.
Did you say Creed?
He did.
Right?
Yeah.
Should have been.
Okay.
Yes, Sergeant.
Hey, shout out Texas Rangers, bro.
What did you call him?
Yeah. Yeah.
a staff sergeant.
The knife
No.
hand thing,
So the
dude.
guy, the original one, he said, "Who invited you?" And I said, "Sergeant Creedon." And he goes, "Okay." And he walked away. And then Staff Sergeant Creedon walked up and he goes, "What the fuck did you just call me?" I was like, "God damn it."
Oh, so
Like stand there.
Well, after you get at like for boot camp, after you get over the fear of like
They're not
how
gonna whip my
scary
ass.
that shit is,
Yeah.
like it's a little funny towards the end. Like after, I guess I don't know if they still have phases or whatever, but after the second phase, it just got funny, man.
Did you like a Full Metal Jacket growing up?
Yeah,
Fuck that me and this dude. I
And
know that.
Jarhead.
Yeah, and Jarhead.
Jarhead.
We're pretty wrapped up on movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and this guy, both of those movies word for word.
Oh,
So is
Jarhead,
that-
is that the one that has what is it, field fuck or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit made me laugh. Oh, have you guys seen Operation Kill? It's a TV show back in the day. That one,
No.
I think that
I know
has
the
to be
show.
this thing to like
Actual
the Marine Corps.
Mm.
There is. That's the closest thing, man.
Look how short.
Do I need to go down?
I'm
You
hunting.
gotta go down,
Okay,
brother.
man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, move.
Really emasculated to do that in the middle, dude. I should have done it from the get go.
Well, I am kind
A yard. Creed.
of seeing some.
Strangers, bro.
I can't sing.
My mom's
Yeah.
gonna shout out to the Texas Rangers. They brought
Yeah.
back Creed, bro, when they won
They
the World
did.
Series.
They did. Yeah.
Shout out to Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Babe
Sorry,
Ruth.
bro. Sorry.
Babe Ruth. Lou
Texas.
Gehrig. Oh, damn.
Let me see.
I'm a Rangers fan,
Oh,
brother.
you're hard
Oh,
up.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, I just
We'll jump him in a minute.
I'm not jumping. Man, you see how big that motherfucker?
You hold the camera.
he'll step in.
No.
Dathan?
Oh, you're a Red Sox fan?
Not for long. Not for long.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were talking about. He's a Red Sox fan.
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
a
you
Red
said
Sox
that will jump him.
Yeah.
Oh, jumping me? Oh, yeah, y'all can jump me. Woo! Y'all can jump me for
Microphone
sure.
people. He's like, yeah, jump.
Yeah. No,
Let me
but,
turn around first.
No, I've got a great group of dudes, man, that
Yeah.
we're able to just come together, play some music, and have lots of fun.
Dude,
And
y'all were fucking great.
You really were, man.
We,
You really were.
So the first song we put out,
Mhm.
and we sat around during practice, learned a bunch of covers. A lot of what we do is covers, and we were talking about writing some original music, and we were just kind of going back and forth and here and there. And this guy was like, "I got a song. All right, well, let's hear it." And he's like, "You're probably gonna hate it, but here it goes. What's it gonna take?" And it's just we heard it and we're like, "What are we doing? Why aren't we learning this? What are we doing?" Yeah. And so we put it together, and then we had a show at Hoots like 2 weeks later, and we played it, and I mean people seemed to love it, and we recorded it. Well, so every time you played Hoots, the sound guy there, shout out Rick, the sound engineer there,
Yeah.
he records every set. So a lot of what we put out is stuff that he records.
Okay.
That's cool.
And like the first two shows, the guys that like Chris and Aaron and them and this guy, they were like, "You have a recording?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You should have told us. We would have played it tighter." And it's like, "Well, sorry." So some of the music we have out there is sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just goes to testament to show that like bands, especially we use what you call in-ear monitoring. And the first time we ever used it, so basically you hear everything that's going through the speakers and going out, and you get to hear where you screw up.
Right.
Mm.
when you have it right in your ears. When it's in a wedge or like you don't hear it as much. But man, I was listening to it and I can hear myself, and I'm like, oh, that's
It's
out
weird,
of
huh?
tune.
That's weird.
You know, this guitar's out of tune, or this bass needs to come up a little bit, or you know, it's kind of
Man.
different. We've learned so much in the last 4 years
Mhm.
that has been just invaluable to do things and how we sound, and we've kind of just figured out where we're at and the niche of things. Like, because I think we've gotten better, so that you know. And I'm gonna toot my horn a little bit, and my guys
They look
too.
like fucking alcoholics.
I'm gonna
you're
toot.
good.
I'm gonna toot our horn a little
here.
bit. You know,
No, I thought it actually was on my-
I'm gonna toot our horn a little bit. You know,
I just noticed like you guys
we
only
always
got
look like
one
alcoholics
guy. And I was
on
like,
the show.
man,
the last time that
Making me look
the last
bad.
2 times.
I
Well,
want a happy dad.
it's this one.
the only 2 times we've played here, both times have been with no practice.
Mhm.
And I don't say that to say that
y'all
we're
go up straight up like
Yeah, I mean,
Y'all
it's-
show up and play.
We
raw,
try
dude.
to, but like all 4 of
Everybody's
us
got
have jobs, so it's like
Yeah.
and
if one of us doesn't line up, it's like you don't get a good practice with 2 or 3 guys. It's like
and it's
gotta be
always
there.
nerve wracking. That's the only time I get nervous is when we're fixing to play like a new spot.
Mhm.
When we came to Western Horseman, I'm like, guys, we sound good,
yeah.
and thankfully we do. And people,
Man,
do you know that guy? Do you know that guy's name that wears all the cool jackets?
Yeah.
What's
The
his
old
name?
man?
His name?
Dude, I don't fucking know, but we have a million
out to him,
pictures
man,
with him.
yes.
He's
I'm
so
trying
cool.
to get him on, but he's scared to
He's
come
so
be on.
cool, bro. Because
Yes.
man, the first time we played, as soon as we were done playing, I come off and he pulls me aside and he's like, "Hey, brother, you're the only band that plays 2 hours straight."
Yeah, yep.
And I didn't, and like 3 or 4 people after him told us the same. To Chad, Scheller and Jody Miller, I talked to Chad and he was like, "No, it was great." And I'm like, "We can take breaks," and he's like, "I mean, we don't want you to."
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
and I was like, "Well, man, I gotta pee," like, or, you know,
Yeah,
or like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
whatever. I'm running out of water, you know.
Yeah.
And a couple things there, but you know, we found out that here that's just what hits, and somebody told us like this is the first time. I think it was the manager. He told us this is the first time that people have stayed the entire time somebody's
Mhm.
played,
Yeah.
and it was because we
Shout
didn't
out to
take any
Cactus
breaks.
Cove.
Yeah,
Cactus
shout out
Cove,
to
one
Cactus
time.
Cactus Cove, Western Horseman.
And Western Horseman.
Western
Yeah.
Horseman.
Rory's
Yeah.
supposed to come by here tonight.
What's this dude's name? I saw that episode too. Boss man.
Matt Morris.
Matt
There you
Morris.
go.
yeah.
Shout out Matt.
I gotta,
Boss man.
I gotta step outside.
He's got a
No, I'm meeting. Jonathan just had a job interview with another podcast, so
Get
if
outta
you want to
here,
come be
bro.
on
Spill the tea.
and tell you. I don't. Did y'all get to meet Jonathan?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
We'll meet him here in just a second.
Production guy. He's a good guy. He's a sexy one too.
Is he good looking?
Yeah.
Bring him on. Oh, I hope you boys like Mexico.
like Mexico.
Super Troopers, classic, bro, classic.
Come on now.
Jonathan, I'm Rowan. Pleasure to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you. What are you doing, Stevie?
Stevie.
Nice to meet you.
There's Dathan back there.
So, we're not making it about you. It's Jonathan. Say hi, Jonathan.
What's up, guy?
We're making it about y'all. So Stevie, with your military background.
Yep.
How does that transpire in your life now? Do you? I mean, as far as like now, you have a normal job.
Yep. Yep.
And you have a part time. That's the
Yep.
same thing I was asking homeboy.
Yep.
So how does that transpire?
With the military stuff, man, just in life in general, it's. I think I grew up, I think a little quicker. Like you have a lot of fun in the Marine Corps. Don't get me wrong, but like the discipline, I think, is where
Right.
it paid off for me.
For sure.
Of like where I can catch myself before I really fuck up
Right.
and be like, all right, well, you're acting out of emotion or pride or ego right now, so calm your ass down.
Patience.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah. And then like the military took me to like another level, but then, parenthood took me
it's another.
to the next one.
Right.
But as far as military, that's for the most part, that's kind of what the big takeaway that I took away was the discipline
Okay.
of just like being able to like know whenever you can have fun and like let loose and have fun, but get your shit done first. Like don't just go out there and be a dumbass about it all.
Right.
You know, that kind of thing. But
TCB.
yep, first and foremost. But other than that, I mean,
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, man. I guess you and
My second half.
you and Michael, y'all grew up together.
Yeah. Actually, he said he didn't fuck with me. 7th grade. We met each other.
He's like, I don't like that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a pretty likable guy. But 7th grade, he said he didn't fuck with me, and he wanted to fight me. I don't know. I'll beat that.
Oh man,
It is. Nah, for
it's palpable.
beat it out of you, bro.
uh,
Trying to be that guy.
yeah. Yeah, I've known him from 7th grade up through here now.
Hell yeah, dude. So I seen on your logo. I don't know if it says there, from Bolivia to Peru. What's all that about?
So, well, one time I've said this 100 times right here, but some random dude, Crew, shout out. We started this podcast, forever ago, and he said, just I don't know if he was drunk or what, but he just said, from Bolivia to Peru, it's the Blues Brothers, never the Snooze Brothers, and that just made a mark. And so from Bolivia to Peru, I guess it's like some type of we've done it 100 times, but it's some type of cocaine route.
I
But
got you.
it just made sense from Bolivia to Peru. We start the podcast would be like I'd always start the podcast from Bolivia to Peru. It's a Blues Brothers. Never. I'm Paulie C. And
I'm Mike Diesel.
Mike Diesel.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how.
Shit, where'd Jonathan go?
What do you mean? I'm him.
No, you
I'm
ain't.
just kidding.
I'm him.
I'm not that good looking.
I'm Himothy. Took a DNA test.
Did y'all talk to him?
100%.
How did his interview go?
it went good. He sat there and looked at his phone.
Nah.
What else you got?
So what made you guys want to start the podcast?
Well, that's one. You said you listened. It's funny because we told the story last week and
Oh shit!
you don't know it. So
He's like, I've been listening to
I
Yeah.
actually didn't listen to the
I
episode.
didn't listen
Oh,
to
okay,
all
yeah.
of it, so- I didn't listen
I
to all of it.
saw it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw it, but I've
no, real quick because we tell the story all the time. But he did like a Snapchat show called the Paul Chavish, and he would take in topics and talk about it every week. And he gained like a big following off of it. So I was like, why don't we just start a fucking podcast?
Yeah.
This is when like podcasts were starting to become
Not
a
even.
thing.
you guys been doing it for years, haven't you?
2016. That says 16. We
'Cause
really started in.
I kind of
17.
went back on y'all's page and stuff. I was creepy, but
Yeah, no.
I saw
creep
you
all
been
you
doing
want.
it. I've been.
Creep all
I
you
saw
want.
you guys been doing it for years, and I was like, fucking right, dude.
Yeah, well, we've done it for what is that? 8 years now.
Yeah,
But,
off and on.
Like in reality, we've probably done it 3 years.
Three.
Like,
I
yeah,
would say
Yeah.
yeah, like
life happens.
because we didn't spend the money on this shit. So like editing and all that was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
And I would just get burnt out on it. But now that we've spent the money on it, we're
Well, and Michael got married, so.
That'll
well. I was
And
married
we
when we
lost a
started
friend.
it,
We
and we lost our. So we had a third co-host.
do. Okay.
His
Oh,
name
yeah,
was
I've seen that,
Raymond. Yeah,
All right.
and
Shout out, Ray.
yeah, shout out
R.I.P.
Raymond
He's here with us.
somewhere
What else?
somewhere around here. Yeah, sitting on Ray, get off of Tiff's lap.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How did y'all how fall into this, man? I mean, it's a y'all got a room. I mean, how did this?
And I'm more of the face of the podcast, thing behind. Even so on, I'm like,
I'm assuming you got Don. How do you say his last
Don
name?
Lewis?
Lewis.
Yeah.
You got him on.
Yep.
Dude, he's a solid dude. Musician.
Just hit him up.
Yes,
So
I've
he's
seen
like
that.
he's on cloud 9 right now. Him the other day.
Which was funny because I hadn't heard of him, right?
Mhm.
And my drummer was like, "Hey, here's a couple of songs I want to learn." When it was Neon.
Knee on you.
Yeah.
That's his biggest one.
And
water.
So I was listening to it. Cool, bro. I'm good that I want to learn because of listening to.
Yeah.
So these guys hit me with like, hey, it'd be a while because it takes me a while to learn. There's like a certain cadence with certain songs, like
Elaborate.
one of the hardest songs. What was one of the hardest ones that you saw
by Sturgill.
Oh yeah, my dog.
Sturgill Simpson, dude. He's
I think
got
Yeah,
like Sturgill. He's just got this way.
You know who Charlie Crockett is?
yes.
Like,
Yeah.
have you guys?
Yeah.
There you go.
But there's just like really, for me to learn a song. So a lot of my influence comes from my mom. When
What's
I
her
was
name?
Liz Chavez. Shout out to my mama.
Oh.
My daddy's name is Freddie Chavez. So they're
Wow,
watching.
What's up, Chavez?
y'all related?
That's my government. Somewhere down the line.
They're huge. They believe in us. They believed in me. I mean, the equipment we have came from that. The drive, my mom. One. It's been a while. American Idol's come to Amarillo, do it.
Oh boy.
And I was like, I'm dick. I always am like, no, it's like you've got a story and my life's sad, and
Yeah.
That's
which
true.
is the which is
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
just make it
I'm
up.
fucking with
so he's my stepdad. My last name's Chavez.
I was gonna ask. How that
So
went about.
so he's my stepdad, but I love him. This man in my life. Shout out Freddie. And but he believed in me too. And so anyway, my mom was like, and I'm like, all right, chill. Like, but we and she's at the same time, they, and I don't know, told me like, hey, do it, and if you do a job, you'll
Damn.
and follow it, and that shows how much they believe in do and what we do. And so all of the support that I've ever had with music been huge. My grandpa, musician, to pursue his dream, and I've had family members. My tío Isidoro, he was a mariachi in Mexico, and he toured with Pedro Rivera, Jenny Rivera's dad, and so huge musician.
Didn't she die?
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah.
Huge musician. My tío Isidoro, he's passed on now, and but Isidoro, but they always tell me that like I got the voice from my uncle, and his and so that's my grandpa. Grandpa has a great voice too, and so I've inherited all.
Mhm.
Not the a little bit, but it's obvious you have a it's like you have to learn it. So that's been my drawing. 13 guitar, the bass, the key, the piano. Around 18 years old, and it's been kind of developing as I go. And I've seen it kids too. Like my oldest, she's taking a guitar class, and my second oldest, she's a great singer. She's got a great voice. She can 2 years old when I first match pitch with somebody on a song and carry the song, and now she's 13, and she can sing well.
Yeah.
And she's in choir and she's developing that. And my 9-year-old, she's also starting to learn how to sing and everything. And then I've got a baby. Me and my wife welcomed a baby into this earth ago. And thank you. Beautiful baby girls. All 4 girls. Whew. Yeah, all 4 girls.
You got the players first.
Yep.
Yeah, you were a player back in the day, weren't you?
I won't speak on that.
Some songs.
And
Yeah, where we at?
dude, I've just been blessed with a great wife, and it's like you said, fatherhood change makes you think a certain way, and it just it helps me remember how blessed I am all the time.
Yeah,
and so like I said, there's been a huge in my music. Everybody's always there. We play at the Western Horseman. They're there. They're play at Top.
You did have like a big crowd.
I mean, and the funniest part is that like I'll tell bars or wherever we're gonna play, like, hey, can I get a table? Well, how many? It's like, all right, well, 15, because it's Dathan, my parents, my wife, a couple of her friends, a couple of their friends, my cousins. I've got
TikTok right now.
I've got a cousin who's here. Him and his friends pull up. I've got a brother-in-law.
Yeah.
And so I'm given moment. Anytime I play a show, if you see me to a table in the back and talking to the people that see us, my parents, my family, my family, my friends, and I'm very blessed to have that opportunity to put on a show for people that don't know me. Also to, I would say in a way, to just show my parents and my family, like, this is the fruit of your
Sneeze more than twice. You're just fucking
You get one.
begging for
First one's
fucking
free.
attention, dude. Chill out, Axel.
This is
Jesus.
the fruit of what you sown into, And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm very grateful, very, 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 very blessed to just do what I do.
Yeah.
And these guys, man, they're just such good dudes, and we get to have fun, and we actually get to experience for what it is. And so it's just been great, man. 4 years this band's been together, and it all started with just me playing some, just beers, which is kind of a big deal in the Panhandle. Like last year, they had Stony LaRue, and that was that was legit, man. I mean, I know a couple of Stony songs, but I mean, it was a legit concert. And this year it's going to be even bigger, And shout out DDA and
you said bigger with the B.
Yep. Shout out DDA. Shout out Moore County Chamber of Commerce. They're finally bringing to Dumas what Dumas needs.
Yeah.
So I know there's a couple of big bands that they're looking at this year, and man, I just wish that more people knew about it.
Yeah.
And I really hope that through this podcast and everything.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely, when it comes around, we'll definitely.
And
man, I gotta go play my song, dude. Quit
I'll
playing.
play my song.
Quit yapping. Play my song.
Yeah, go ahead. Get out of here.
But what do you want to hear, man? What do you want to hear? I'll play whatever.
Is there any way you can kind of get a little closer to the mic, like with the guitar?
Tell me what y'all want to hear, and I'll see if I can knock it out.
Get him in.
Any I don't know. Any what do you want to hear?
I would like you said it's Stony LaRue.
I can do some Stony.
Stony.
You ever heard of Stony? I'm sure you've heard Stony, bro. Come
Oh
on.
yeah.
Let's do a high as I fly, or what is that?
No, I'll tell you, there's not a whole lot that I know, but I know Feet Don't Touch the Ground. Have you ever heard of that one? You'll like that
How
song.
about
It's a
some
good song.
Aldine?
Oh man, let me look it up. I might.
Man, fuck it. Let's do some Coetzel.
Co? All right, bet.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, what's the Co?
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I think it'd be cool to like just chill with the dude. Co. Still Love. Everybody knows that song.
What are you doing? I'm saying, like, is it full?
I've been missing you. You're the worst thing possible I could ever do. To sleep one more night next to you. Shouldn't be out of the question. Don't have notions like if I love you. Because I don't love you. The self nobody. I can't love you like you You should be loved. Woo! Don't talk crazy. Killing yourself won't change a goddamn thing. If it's help that you need, I know a place down the street. And the storm's moving in. It's been raining 5 days, and I know now's not the best time, but I've just gotta say, I don't love you, no. The selfish don't love nobody. And I can't love you like you should be loved. Wasn't an accident that a broken heart and a bullet mark was all that she left to ask if I give a damn. Shouldn't be out of the question. Don't ask me no question. I don't love you, no. Selfish don't love nobody. Can't love you like you should be loved. I don't love you. The selfish don't love nobody.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
How about Whiskey Myers?
Whiskey Myers, I can do that.
Is that broken?
I could do the Lonely West Texas Nights.
No.
Broken?
Yeah,
Broken bet.
You gotta do broken.
How are we looking on time, actually? Any comments?
Bet.
Hey, tell him what's his name. What's up, David?
Shout out David. Was good, bruh. Let me tune this guitar real quick.
Go ahead. You might
Dude, fucking jamming.
Yeah. What are you, young stud?
Fun, man.
Yeah. So I had to go. I had to go piss in the bar because someone decides to take a shitty. So if there's like a long line. Yeah.
We good?
All right, let's get it.
All right.
Yeah.
A couple of pretty flowers run to you. I saw through a broken window with a different point of view. You had signs of depression from a long line of sin, and your face, it tells a story about the places you have been. I love you so. I thought you should know that muddy water's flowing as you take my hand past the creek down by through your daddy's land. I could buy you a diamond, but I cannot change the world, 'cause I ain't got no. You'll never be my girl, no. I thought you should know You was gonna be a singer and a big movie star, but you can't catch no breaks, baby. Hollywood is hard. Now you run at the timeout off of 155, and you're dancing for your dollars, just trying to stay alive, and it hurts me so. I thought you should know. Yeah, look so. I thought you should know. You feed your addiction with your crystal meth, and I plead for your life as it takes you to your death. Your deal with the devil sure looks speaking to fate. I saw you laughing through the tears as you slowly slipped away, and I watched you go. I thought you should know. Yeah, I watched you go. I thought you should know. That cold rain is pouring, they lay you in the grave. Well, I can barely recognize you in your fragile state. No more signs of depression from a long time ago. And this pretty flower, as it slowly laid you low, and it was a rose. I thought you should know. Yeah, it was a rose. I thought you should know. Yeah, it was a rose. I thought you should know. Oh, a couple of pretty flowers, it's what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different pawn of you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hell.
We got
Thank you,
time
thank
for
you.
one more?
We got.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you thinking?
You gotta throw a Zach Bryan.
Tourniquet. Our tourniquet. No tourniquet?
Nah, bro. Zach Bryan. What's the one we know? Stevie? Something in the orange.
Yeah,
Either
do that.
or Oklahoma Smoke Show.
Or yeah, Oklahoma Smoke
Played
Show.
that like
Yeah.
once or
I could do that
twice,
one. Yeah,
but-
I could do Oklahoma Smoke Show.
Dude, you're very fucking talented.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, dude, you're really good.
I forgot that I was on camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm over here just vibing, man.
No, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very, very, very
I'm very trans.
Hey, we want to make this the opening.
I know.
Go on and put on the dress that all the bad boys like. I know you with me tonight. You always wind up here and I love tears. The boys are out and they're angry and they're looking for blood in the back of a blue old pickup truck. You got nowhere to go, although you're on gussied up. So much whiskey in this coat, it'll make us bend. But she swears that his love damn God sent. She known God since she was a child. She used to play in the yards that she would dream of one day, till the world came around and took her dreaming away. Now dress and act and smile. She's an Oklahoma smoke show. He's an asshole from back home. She'll never make it out alive.
Yeah, boy.
That small town bar scene, where small vices kill big dreams. He'd take you home, but Dave didn't care. I've been here, I've been up all night, thinking about a life for you and I. One you'll never know, 'cause you're a small town smoke show. Well, I've been here, I've been up all night, thinking about a life for you and I. One you'll never know, 'cause you're an Amarillo smoke show.
Hey, yeah, boy. Hey, dude. Hey, dude.
Wanna put on the dress that all the bad boys like. I know your daddy ain't home, so ride with me tonight. You always here, love tease. Boys are out and they're angry and they're looking for blood in the back of a blue old pickup truck. You got no although you're all gussied up.
Yeah. Oh, what is that?
Holy shit, man.
Thank you. Those are all the songs I know.
That's
Kidding.
just-
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Wow. That was fucking nuts.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Very good voice,
Just
brother. Where
goes
does
back,
it come from?
man.
Your daddy or your mommy?
No, my definitely from my mom's side of the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my grandpa, singer, his brother, my
Chavez side.
yeah. Well, no, bro, it's the Carbajal side.
My bad, my bad.
But so my step drums, and my uncle Joe, which is my dad's brother, he also plays the drums. And so man,
Everybody has the Uncle Joe.
yep, everybody's got the Uncle Joe.
I have a stepdad, Joe.
Shout out Uncle Joe, wherever you at, chilling, bro.
Wherever you are,
However you are.
However you are, yeah, come as you are. No, man. Yes, I mean I've got musical on all sides, really. And man, it's just been great to ride this ride of what this is. You know, it's just been so chill, dude. And we have
the stomping steps right here.
yeah, dude,
And the
and
Blues Brothers podcast right here.
Booze
I
Brothers.
know. Dude, that's awesome to hear
Yeah.
because everyone we get on, we're like, "Have you ever done a podcast?" And they're like, "Yeah."
No, we've never.
Like,
had.
yeah, so we're happy to be.
Nobody would
first.
ever have us on their podcast. So we're just like, we'll start our own. And then y'all are like, hey, let's do it. And I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
Even
Somebody
better.
wants
Yeah.
to talk to us.
Even better.
Yeah.
I love before Stevie goes.
So,
Excuse me.
oh no, go ahead.
Excuse me,
Sorry, my
excuse me,
bad.
excuse me. Stevie goes, kind of nervous.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
Dude, I was.
My mom asked me, like, are you nervous? And I was like, nah. And then,
For the podcast?
yeah, and then I walked in and I was like, oh, Lord.
Really?
that. No, not at all, man.
Yeah, we kind of make it a little vibe in here.
Dude, it's chill,
Like,
bro. I mean,
yeah.
y'all got
You
a
see the
setup,
battle
dude.
axe?
Yeah, dude. I'm like super, I
Yep.
kind of want to kill. I'm just kidding.
Nah,
Wanna pick it up and throw it around.
When are you playing here again? Do you know? yet?
I don't know yet.
Well, next time you do, we'll come in early.
yeah, we'll
We'll,
chop it up.
we'll run it again.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a Saturday date. Every time we've done it's been Fridays. But
Mhm.
if we can get a Saturday date, dude, we'll come in and we'll do pod before.
Fuck yeah.
beforehand.
Yeah.
We'll definitely do this again. This is fun, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. I mean, just how this band came together is just kind of falling into place, and I've got, like I said, I got a group of dudes we play with. I've been playing with Chris and Aaron, better part of probably 12, 13 years, and Stevie's been in the last 2 years of that, and man, I just could not be more happy with this group of dudes that we've got that are able to just come together, play some damn good music.
Yep.
And the great part about playing with dudes like Chris and Aaron, I'll leave you out of this just because we've done it a little longer. I'll leave you out of it just because we've been doing it a little longer. I mean, dude, so there's just, and it's just, and any musician that's listening to this out there just knows that there's a certain point that you hit. If it's a look, like, so the way I stop the band, if I want them to stop,
Mhm.
I automatically know, stop. Or if I put my hand down, that means bring it down. Let's slow it down. Let's let me hear the audience.
Mhm.
If I do this, it's okay. We're gonna end it right here. And the funniest part is when I pick my guitar up, it's a split. But as soon as I pick my guitar up, Aaron already knows. And as soon as I drop it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, and you'll see me do it here. I don't know if you remember, but when we were playing here, if I picked my guitar up and I dropped it, that meant song was over.
Mhm.
You know. And so it's just having the time that those guys have with me already. They already know, okay, we're going to stop here. We're going to hit a pause here. We're going to slow it, or we're going to bring the music down so we can hear the audience.
Yeah.
We're going to, you know, and on top of that, for so long and practicing as much as we have in the first 2-3 years. So our first year as a band, of course, it was just 2-3 of us. We played, so there's 52 weekends in a year. Or 52 weeks in a year, we played roughly 35, 45 shows. Our second year, we played somewhere in that same neighborhood. Our third year together, our second year, we ended up maxing out so damn much that our second year, I believe, was at 85 shows. And that's not a weekend.
Yeah. Damn.
And so, I mean, we were running ragged, dude. And the
Yeah.
third year, we slowed it down a little bit, brought it back down to about 50, 51, 52 shows. And this year, so I switched jobs, and with that came a lot of more. And on top of that, I just wasn't able to get out as much. And that to now we have a little downtime. We can maybe hit up the studio on a weekend or two, or kind of do stuff like that. But to elaborate on what Stevie was talking about earlier, when I first came to start trying to play in Amarillo,
Stevie over there drinking the
Yeah, he's just vibing over there.
How many time, man?
man, trying to get into it so hard, and
Yeah.
I'll try not to here or anybody here, because everybody we met so far.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter is, Buster Bledsoe is here at the Western Horseman tonight.
Oh,
And
we'll get
that
him on.
guy-
We're probably gonna get him on.
Dude, that
Yeah.
guy is,
You know him, right?
yeah, one of a kind dude.
Yeah.
Super nice. When I first met him, he's kind of the dude here. Like,
Mhm.
he hosts a lot of open mics. He puts a lot of people on, which is what I love. You know, we've played with the likes of Stray Sons, close personal friend.
Yeah.
We talk a lot, and he's a good dude. So those guys, Christopher Aaron and the Obvious Few, you need to get them on. They're good dudes. Christopher Aaron, they opened for us one night, and man, I was very impressed.
Yeah.
Dakota Lewis and the Flyers, I believe is his band name. Those guys are good. They're out of
Solid
Kansas.
name.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, they're solid dudes. Their music is a Day to Remember meets George Strait type stuff. I mean, they're very good dudes. I'm sure there's other bands. Ghost of Gray County, those guys are great dudes, dude.
Solid name.
Ghost
Yeah,
of Gray
dude,
County.
they're
Based on
solid
Tampa?
dudes, man. Yes,
Yeah.
they're
Also,
solid dudes, man.
Pegasus and Rooftops. That's fucking.
Yeah, that's a great name.
They're a little bit bigger, bro. And
Yeah,
No, I know,
yeah.
but
Hey,
that's
so
a solid name.
matter of fact, Pecos and the Rooftops, we put a video from a night we did at the top, and we played a song called "By Pecos and the Rooftops." We covered it. And tag them. They went and saw the cover.
Damn.
And when I saw that, my world just lit up. Cause big fan of Pecos too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Pecos and the Rooftops, they're a solid band. And there's a lot of bands that I'm probably not naming, but Buster Bledsoe has to be one of the first bands that finally reached out. I got to him because I seen that he did a lot of stuff in Amarillo, and I told him, "Hey man, how do I get in?" And he pretty much just told me, "Bro, you're just gonna have to be persistent." And I also have, we're representative. I don't know if you know Dally Thomas. He's a solid dude. Mr. Red Dirt Media, shout out Red Dirt. He has been very instrumental in getting us in Amarillo. We played a lot of times at the Barfield.
Yeah.
A lot of times at the Drunken Oyster. A lot of times at just other spots down. And Mr. Dally, he was very instrumental in getting us in town.
Yeah.
To start playing here. And booked our first night at Hoots, if I'm not mistaken, which Hoots was like the big breakthrough thing for us because that's where Stoney played. That's where Aaron Watson played.
Everybody played.
It's a big spot. It's kind of like the goal, and also the Blue Light in Lubbock spot that everybody kind of stopped in at one point in time.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll try not to the other down. I've met a lot of them, great dudes, but there was a sense of clicky when I seen that the biggest thing for us is like, well, we do covers, and they're like, we don't want you. And I'm like, but the first breakthrough show we had here, which was freaking hilarious. This is before Stevie joined. We played at a spot on 6th Street called Handlebars.
Oh yeah,
Dude, and it was freaking hilarious because we pulled up. I was late. I was late to get there. Shut up. We needed to be set up and playing by 7. I think I pulled up to the team.
Oh shit.
And so I'm rushing to get stuff put out. Guys finally show up. They start helping. And I think we got everything set up and ready to go. I think it was 6:55.
Damn.
So I had 5 minutes to go to the bathroom, change my shirt, put my boots on, grab a beer, and get up there and play. And it was hilarious. I mean, and now looking back, the guys that were there that night, they'll attest to it too. But when we went up, one guy was very audible. He rolls up in his motorcycle, parks it, and he looks at us and he goes, "Damn it, Tejano band." Dude,
Yeah,
bro,
Yeah.
And he's like, "Damn it, Tejano, Norteño, whatever, Mexicans, whatever, And so I didn't say anything, and we started up the show with Pride and Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Pride and Joy and Boots Scoot and Boogie. Brother, by the first break, that entire group that he was with, when y'all coming back? When are we gonna do this again?
Hell yeah.
It's like, and I was talking to the guy afterwards, and I was like, man, it just goes to show and judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're Mexican, bro, but and that's been the response in a couple of different spots where we go and play, and they're like, I'll play Mexican music. It's like, dude, we do country. And funny because of mine, Ruben Medrano, shout out Ruben if you're listening. He hit us up for, I believe it was his daughter's quinceañera, and we're a little bit like, so I hit up Ruben, and I know Ruben. It's like, hey, we don't do Mexican music, right? We don't do norteño stuff. He's like, yeah, you're good. And so the night goes on, we get contracted sound. Larry Dunn, he went out and did sound for us, and a couple of helpers. One of his helpers actually works here. He's a blonde kid, works over there, and all my guys are looking around like, hey, they know we don't do Mexican music, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, we're good. And so sure enough, and we start playing, and people are on the dance floor and they're loving it. We play 2 hours. DJ takes over the rest of the night. And man, it's just been so awesome.
Oddly enough, it was actually DJ Element, I think.
Yeah, DJ Element. Yeah,
oh, really?
Yeah, you guys just had him last week.
Yep. And
great guy.
So, yeah, I think he was on right after us. He kind of got mad at us because we moved his stuff around a little bit. But I mean, bro, we're setting up a whole stage.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, DJ. Bro.
Yeah.
But it was it's been a super cool experience, man, and there's just so much stuff that I've got in mind and that we're trying to do now, and people are hitting me up all over the place. We've got I've played a couple shows in Austin now, and I'm going back to Austin in March 10th. I'll be at the Water Tank. It's a Sunday. If you're in Austin, you're watching, please hit it up. And we had actually set up to do a show fan 2 nights in Austin on 6th Street. About everything. Which sucked because it was going to be really, to experience the Austin scene. I've experienced it twice already, and I love it. Well, 3 times actually. I love it. Yeah, I mean, in Amarillo, it's good because there's not a whole lot of music here, which there is, but in Austin there's 2 people.
Yeah.
In Amarillo, there's 220,000. I mean, there's. It's like I told a lot of the bands when we first started playing in Amarillo. It's like, hey, there's work for everybody. And my biggest thing, and you can ask these guys, I try to put everybody on. I try. Lewis in the Flash tried to put him. Trey Songz don't know doing it.
Yeah.
You need to get Brad in here. Brad and his boys, they're
we'll get him.
They're a solid band.
So what made you?
I have to rock a
Go for it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about to pee in this guitar. It's all good.
So, Roman, what made you be the Roman Carbajal band? Is it
Well-
because rather than
Yeah. So when we first started, it was just Roman Carbajal, right? It was just me. So, and then it was me and Aaron, and we tried like Roman and Aaron, and he was like, just Roman Carbajal band. It's just two of us. We left it at that, and then we got his brother, and
your guys were why?
They've always pushed back on me.
Personally speaking, dude. Personally speaking, it's always been the Roman Carbajal band. Part, it's his band, and he puts in most of the work. Like I'm completely honest about, like for the most part, he just this day. It's like yay or nay, and it's like okay, go from there.
Think in the
So-
future stop from being like the Carbajal band, rather Roman.
So here, I'll give the list. Of
Roman
names.
and
I'll
If
give
we
you
could
the
think of a fucking cool name that everybody would agree
Listen,
on,
bro,
that'd be
yeah.
cool, but we can't.
So it's, I was gonna tell you, man. It's been we've
Roman-
always
Roman and the
we've
Carbajal
tried
brothers.
we've tried Roman y los sordos, Roman y los dinos, Roman and the reckless. Like we've tried a barrage of names,
Right.
and he can tell you, and Dathan can tell you, we have a group chat on Snapchat.
Right.
And my thing's always been like, guys, let's change the name. Let's be Roman and whatever.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it always turns into just leave it alone. It's what people know.
None of us like all can't be like. There hasn't been a name that all four of us are like.
Agree on.
Fuck. Yeah. Meh.
And I'll take some credit to that. Like he said, really honestly, the only thing the guys do, they just wait for a text. And I'll be like, hey guys, this is what we got. Here's where we're gonna go. Are y'all good? If they're good, cool. I really up the lineup.
Right.
In said case, in certain cases, we have a drummer that's helped us out. His name's Cameron Walker. Shout out Cameron if you're watching, bro.
Shut up.
I grew up with him playing drums in certain other bands. He's a phenomenal drummer, and we've changed necessity. Nothing, nothing.
So you'll never change up the Roman Carbajal band.
Never do. I mean that
So it's gonna be
unless for some reason, somewhere in the future, something else comes up, maybe. But
If we could probably find four, like, fucking right. That's
a green name.
yeah.
Ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
Yeah.
well, and the whole
I
part
ain't
of
mad
it,
at that.
and the whole part of it, dude, is not, I don't do it out of just like I want people to know it's me. I really don't. I try to push these guys out. I try to throw this dude on a mic all the time, and he just
Yeah.
hates it. He won't.
I'm
do it.
a
Chris,
little bit of singing.
Chris is a phenomenal singer,
Right.
and he only does backups. And I'm like, bro, I'd like for you to throw it down on a song or two.
I'm mad at that.
And-
as he said, it.
Aaron too. I mean, he can play guitar and he can play bass, and
Yeah.
so me, Chris, and Aaron, we're all very multi-instrument people.
Right.
And so any given minute, if Aaron was like, "Hey, dude, I want to play bass," cool. Like it wouldn't be a problem, And that's the benefit of having a super talented band. But also on that other note, on the other side, we never agree on. Consensus band is always lead it, dude. That's what people know.
Yeah.
And
Why don't you put your staple out there?
is because actually, he told me a while back, dude at Carbajal band shirt,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, do you know that guy?" And he's like, "I just got this shirt," and he's like, "Well, tell me, like tell him." And I was like, "Well, and he told me about that, and that was just people that I knew were people that I personally sold to them.
Yeah.
Be friends and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and just to know somebody that was not in my circle of friends that had our shirt, I was like, hell
Right.
yeah, we're doing something right,
Yeah.
And that again,
And I wasn't knocking at all.
No,
I
yeah,
wasn't
no,
knocking at all.
not like disparage any other band, man. There was a very big clicking out here. Everything's worked out. my buddy coming up too, and they probably shout out Derek if you're watching, bro. They're
We have a couple knocking on the door, Mexican.
what do you got? I'll tell
I
you.
think Pelicans.
Oh, they're badass.
Don't like
Shout out buddies in that band. Marquis, Marcos Ontiveros, bro. He's a solid. He's been in the music business for a long time. And Pericos del Arroyos. I mean, they're I've known them since they started.
a solid ass hat, too.
Dude, and they've got such a big following, bro. I mean, if you had them on your show, I guarantee your numbers would go up. I mean, huge following. Right now, they're in. If I'm not, bro. Saludos. Solid dudes, man. I mean, they're solid, and I believe it's Victor, Marcos, and I'm trying to remember the other guy.
Michael.
Moy. Those guys are solid, and Isaac. Those guys are solid.
Piece of the river.
And they put on a hell of. I've never been to one of their shows and not had a good time, dude. They put on a hell of a show.
I know they had a badass one at Canadian River.
Yeah,
a couple
dude.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Kind of a similar thing in the podcast realm, like anybody else in that is doing podcast. I don't. Those are the only ones I know of.
No, there's one more. His name is.
Thank you.
There's
There-
one more that I know of for sure. Talks.
Yeah,
And
that
it's,
guy's yeah. Say it. But the
Stir the
reason
pot, I'm
the
just
reason
I don't
we're
know
here,
the guy personally.
Yeah.
Amarillo talks. I ain't heard of it.
He seen our name on the podcast
Ah.
one time, and
I
the only
see him.
thing, and the only reason I know it is because that I ever thought, was that he announces the live music during the weekend.
oh maybe
If he
that's
has
not-
a
yeah.
I don't know. A lot of
Six Sports.
Well,
Yeah.
we try to make it as a podcast. I don't know. Back
There's
before.
one guy that so the reason we're here at the hotel is because of the
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
They helped us get in here, and we had the owner on, and he did tell us there was one podcast that he reached out to try to get on,
Don't know.
and yeah, I can't. I thought it was one, but I don't. It doesn't sound like it's the
I
same.
know about.
But he said he didn't want him on because he wasn't from Amarillo.
Ah,
So
I know when me and Diesel started this thing, there was a couple of little that tried.
yeah, and, it
And
didn't last long.
I mean, no disrespect, but come on now.
Yeah.
You're fucking with the Blues Brothers. Don't play.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot better to be from. You know
No
the shit.
disrespect.
Yeah.
Like you know the shit here. Like
Well, and on the other side of that, so that's the only other podcast that I know that has like a decent following.
Who is it now?
Amarillo Talks is what it's called. I don't remember the guy's
It's the
name.
Same one.
I don't remember the
Look it
guy's
up.
name,
Look
but
it up.
I know he said our name one time, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because I was finally able to Google myself and see something pop up, and he was like, "Hey, Roman Carbajal band's gonna be at Goldenlight that weekend," and it was just cool, man. I mean, it's cool, and like I said, this is the first podcast we do.
What's your logo look like, Michael? I want to look.
They don't have a Facebook page.
that just means you guys gotta blow us up.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I've seen, like I said, we've heard a lot of puppies bark at the back door, and
dude, Parakeets to the Creek, that's a solid one.
for sure.
That would really
Oh
be.
yeah, I had one.
Have you ever heard of the Guac Pod?
No.
It's a podcast out of Chicago, I believe, and they were on that one, dude. That was, I think, 1 million views.
Damn.
Like, I mean, it was up there, bro. I mean,
Panico's the.
Pericos del Arroyo, bro. Those guys are making some noise.
Yeah, come on now.
They've been, like this year's they've been to Phoenix, they've been to LA, Chicago, they've been to South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. They're all the way up, all over Texas.
Yeah.
Because they're born
We tried to get Mexican OT.
dude. That's sick.
$5,000.
I saw the whether it's fun.
$5,000.
Yeah, a little too proud.
Somebody
What about Zoo?
Nah, for real. Anybody out there?
Well, SPMs wants to do
Oh, really?
100. I want you to.
I want your
be
dad.
here. Yeah, give me your dad.
I wanna pay you
in
500.
general, like,
Yeah.
It's just a little better to be in person.
Yeah.
No, dude. Yeah, there's always a lot of bands, and like enough for real. there's a little town just an hour. Cactus.
Come on. Now.
Yeah, and so we did there.
Kids, yeah, out there. Fuck. Yeah, we can. Oh, great party.
We did it, and this is gonna be the third year. And man, it's sick. They opened up for them and a bunch of cool dudes. I know that was for us.
Did y'all go to that air hanger?
What?
Cactus,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's a Quonset barn. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Everywhere.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Dude, that was my stomping grounds, man. I worked in Cactus for 12 years, and
I worked in Cactus for like 6 months.
I worked in.
Eight cactus.
No,
It's just like
no,
it's not. It's
Let him
cactus.
talk,
It's
let him
just
talk.
like
no, let him talk.
like fuck. There's nothing up there.
Bro, but
No,
it's
that
just
burger,
like-
I'll second that.
that little
Yeah,
burger.
that little burrito place in the morning. Yeah.
so there's a little trailer.
Is it a-
No.
food
no,
truck or
it's
actually
it's an
brick and
actual
mortar?
like a convenience store.
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
yeah. That
It's,
okay, that dude. Tell your buddy
No,
he's doing a good
Eder
job.
Grocery. Used to be at a grocery.
Grubs.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not bad. No.
Yeah.
Oh, what's their?
Shout out to my
Aguas.
homeboys. Shout out to my homeboy, the guy, one of the guys that owns that convenience and one of my own golf accessories
company.
brand, golf apparel company.
Awas
called
golf apparel or something like that.
I do.
I haven't in a while.
I love it.
Never in my life.
I
Yeah,
just
so
like
Awas
going.
golf. Look out! They're coming. No. Hey, is this
They
on?
should
Not even close.
Not even
No?
close.
No.
Let's do it. Go forward.
Talk about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
He's reeling y'all. Two. Okay.
Let's go, dude.
I mean,
what else you got?
I'm trying to make this
My-
JRE. Let's go.
did y'all see?
No.
My dude, who had here?
T-Mobile.
So your shit was down too? No. Okay.
Really?
That's good.
No. Did you have?
I heard it was only
No.
on like certain
Verizon
sides
getting
of
ready to
town.
beat you up.
Did you have Verizon?
I had Verizon, but I had a few drivers that had AT&T. Oh, I had a few. Didn't get a hold of them, so I was like
Yes.
a little bit.
I'm not sponsored by T-Mobile, but I will tell you, they have saved my life as far as billings because paying not much. Yeah, that's right, dude. We've some stuff to be able to do. We're playing. I mean, even if it's just 300 people, dude, people vibe, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, and just kind of where we're at with the music, people vibe, you know, like and people. It's been super nice just to have a little rocky, but over, dude, it's just been fast. We've had and
For the podcast, the reason this are because your future is too bright. Is
oh
that correct?
no. No, I'll be honest with you. You've seen the Rush LASIK commercials?
Mhm.
Okay, so I've been on that
This
commercial.
guy-
No way,
He's on
really?
it. He's on
Yeah,
it. This
yeah.
guy.
No way.
Okay, so the reason I wear
Hold
shades,
up.
the reason I wear
Asshole.
shades all the time, like so during the day, if I don't wear shades, my head hurts.
You had LASIK?
It's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
To
Yeah,
see
I was a
them
little
fucking
scared.
Bring that fucking.
You can't
needle-
see it.
1%,
You cannot.
There's a 1% you go blind.
It's not me. That's not me.
I can't do no
Couldn't
no
do-
glasses. I've had glasses since I was in the sex. So like, if I were to get LASIK now, I wear glasses.
Well, the
There
reason-
you go.
It's the reason I have really
Cool, bro.
Yeah, the settings.
hurt.
My heart.
So like when I'm,
That hurts.
I'm not-
when I'm out walking the planet, it really just affects me. I just have bad headaches.
Yeah.
And my wife makes fun of me. She's like, it's like it's like a
That's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually legit.
it's just in general. It's, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like straight to
You know that's
yeah.
I go to the gym and I don't know why I feel like I legs, but I have to never glasses. That would be cool. Contacts.
Yeah.
No. No.
Look at that. Look at that. We're talking like the
He's like, look up. One of the
So,
best. In the
makes you
world.
want to kick Kmart.
Yeah, he-
A little
Start with Joe Rogan.
dude.
So, and so I always call. And it's fun because it was looking cool. I tried this guy was bought at Automation westernmost. Took it and he waited until we found what we
Are all the same. It's more of a black whip.
Well, dude, he told me shut up. That I get it. People hate salesmen because we're just trying to sell you. And I had a buddy that was a car salesman. He told me the thing for salesman is like
Yeah.
And so this guy and I was like, hey, I could match on it, get it done. I always call that dude. Yeah. I always call that dude. That dude because it's like I'm gonna just do it.
Salesman is just gonna say the drink.
On the same token, you be loyal to your barber. You be loyal to the barber.
Dude, if you go to in your barber, you feel more guilty to cheat on your wife.
You have no reason to be loyal.
Like it's fucking
Same thing
crazy.
with the salesman.
I didn't have a barber. You're lucky. But anyways, this dude took care of us. So I always call him, hey, I'm looking
Yeah, we
for my life. It's exactly. So anyway, I found something. I was like, hey, do you have it? He's like, yeah, I might. I won't test drive something. He's like, I want there. Call. Joe Rogan. Why? And I was like, Rogan? He's like, no. Joe Rogan. He said, this is Joe Rogan. All right, cool.
yeah.
Bro, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't correctly. He's like,
Yeah.
no. Hey, if you're supposed to, but
Let me-
Aaron, we're Sonic.
Yeah.
I want
No, because every time we'll just keep it, and I'd ask something like that. You know, like, go.
Diamond. That's
Why diet? Oh, you're
Yeah, vanilla cream. Give it.
hard.
Oh no!
It's below the camera.
Oh yeah.
This guy's
Yes.
like you.
Seasonal. Okay.
Times
Love,
five.
love them. They know, not a super cake, but it was like with the music of Usher. You remind me of a girl. Hell. Christmas is my shit. Oh my God. That's my shit. I don't even. Not even bashful at all. I will. I will look up. I don't believe. Okay. I dig it.
What's your holiday?
I think it's
But a very at my aunt's house. Pluckers, the 40 is about 20. What's that one that I like? Spicy. All day with a basket of fries and 4.
Good.
And
Never really had.
If it
he always said he
if it's beforehand, we